In this video, you'll see all the things I considered while making a decision about getting a pet. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get, besides what I do for a toilet and how I bathe, is will I ever get a pet? I absolutely love animals. Ask any of my friends that travel with me frequently. I love them, they love me, except maybe Riley's dog Tyson, but he doesn't like anybody but Riley. And I know having a pet has its advantages. I see it all the time. I watch others with their pets in their vans and they look like they're having so much fun. They have a constant cuddly companion with them that they can have on their adventures with them. So it really has its benefits that way. It can also be a huge advantage security-wise, especially with dogs, because they can alert you to any potential danger around you. Cats are good because they can keep rodents or other little critters away from your van. So I've seen firsthand the huge benefits of having a pet. So meet Choco. Yeah, no, he's not real. There are so many things to consider when having a pet in a van. So I thought that I would try it and go through the motions with a little pet to see what it would be like for me and to know if that would be the right choice for me in my van. So you ready? Let's do this. One of the things to consider is space. The size of your van will probably determine what size of dog you are able to get, but also you need to think of where are they going to sleep? Where are you going to store the things that they need, like bowls and leashes and toys and things like that? So it is an extra consideration to know where is your little guy going to be able to do all of those things. So I have this little area that could potentially be a space for a dog to sleep because I haven't really done anything else here. I could either put a crate or a bed or something like that and it would be fine. I have this space now for extra bowls if I have little bowls and a leash with a harness, and I could potentially put some toys in here too, or in here, or in there, or in there. So I do have some space for that kind of stuff. So space with this little guy or a little bigger, right? Right? Yeah. Another thing to consider with pets is temperature. So with a pet in a van, you need to make sure you have proper ventilation with a fan, with other airflow that is going to make it comfortable if it is too hot or too cold. So I guess it's good that I have new air vents. You okay in there? I also have great fans and ventilation that way. I also have the advantage of being able to park in the shade because my solar panels are movable, so that's a good thing. Another thing to consider is cleaning. You'd have the added maybe dirty or muddy paws. So let's see, can I clean you up? These rugs would be important, and a rag, especially if they get muddy or dirty, and hair. So that would be another one to make sure that I have something to clean the little fuzzy hairs out of the carpeting. Another consideration is that with doggies and puppies, they need to go outside regularly. And for cats, they'd need a litter box or something like that, which would be harder for me. I really wouldn't have a place to have a litter box in here. So it's looking good for you, buddy. But have to take him out and have him do his business. So he's got his little harness on. You wanna go for a walk? Okay, come on.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Ooh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I'll be a shooting star, you make a wish. No, I don't fake this kind of feeling, never felt so real. My heart is on the table cause you're
Another thing that you would have to consider is rules. There are rules about pets, and you'd need to find pet-friendly environments, whether that is a camping spot or whether or not they can go on certain trails or not. I know there are rules about that in national parks, so you have to do your research and know where these little guys can go and where they can't go, right? Another thing to consider is pet safety. As much as when you are traveling down the road, where to keep them so that they stay safe, but also for little animals, you have to think about cougars, bears, coyotes, anything that could potentially harm these little guys. And with cats, I would imagine the same thing. So you do have to consider their safety as well as your own. And having a good collar that isn't easy to take off, that has their name and maybe your number or something, or if you can, get your pet chipped so that they cannot be lost or stolen or anything like that. Right? We don't want to lose you. No, we don't want to lose you. Which brings me to another consideration, which is the cost for vets, veterinary care, and all of that. Just the regular checkups for dogs and pets, make sure they have all their vaccinations, so the costs for that, and the costs for anything that might potentially happen down the road to your pet. So you need to consider all of those things too. Another cost would be food, and along with that, just where to store the food, because you have a big bag of food or cans of food for dogs or little packets. So the issue of not only your own food, but then where to keep your pets so that it stores well and they have enough. You don't need much. No. So there are a lot of pros to having a pet. They are great company and added security, but there are also a lot of things to consider that just may be hard depending on your lifestyle, having to be less flexible, needing to find the space, needing to find the time to really make sure that your pet feels safe and secure and loved. And another consideration, and probably one of the biggest barriers for me having a pet, is allergies. I know that there are breeds that you can get that are better for allergies, but I think over the long haul, in a small space with all the dander and hair, I would probably have some issues with my allergies acting up. It's okay when I'm outside and for short periods of time with other people's pets. So for now, I am going to have to stay with this little guy. He'll be my mascot. And I will have to be content with being auntie to my friends' pets. I love them all, and I am so glad that you guys let me love on them when I am with them. So if you are thinking about whether or not to have a pet, I hope you have enjoyed my attempt to show some real considerations with my not so real puppy here. And you may understand why for me it is not an option, but I do love this little guy. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Sit, Choco. Sit. Stay. Stay. Lay down. Good boy. So if you see me talking to this little stuffed animal, just nod and smile and walk away.